Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and we're going to be talking about whether or not you should play Corsair on BDO console. Now, if this video ends up helping you guys out, please do leave a like on the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This video will be specifically about playing Corsair on console, since this is the platform that I play BDO on. But if you're a PC player, I guess the only thing you can get from this video is what playing a Corsair on console looks like, so to speak. Before we talk about Corsair, I will not be talking about which version is better or going into full detail about Succession or Awakening. In my honest opinion, they are both very good and it all comes down to preference. If you enjoy playing in melee range, then go Succession. If you like having a variety of range, go Awakening. We still need more time to see which is good for high-end areas, but both can pull high numbers. Be sure to check out the Corsair Discord for loot submissions to give you an idea. We'll start off with Succession because that's what we got first, and we're stuck on it for at least 2 months. Succession seems to be the easiest to get into when starting out playing Corsair. She's low APM and fairly easy on the hands. Her control input on the controllers is very simple. It would take you only a couple of days of trial and error to get a good understanding of how she plays. She's extremely mobile and has a lot of options of moving around. Her mobility skills definitely will take some getting used to because she will be sliding in weird ways and it can be difficult to keep your camera centered on console. I had to adjust my camera speed to make it work. Succession also requires less skill points and has the ability to build hybrid evasion or DP. She has a unique feature that allows her to have block gauge shred, which stops your opponent from getting their block back for a set time, which can be pretty strong against guard classes. Succession is a above average high-end grinder. I would say she's A tier. I've only been grinding at Stars End on console, and I'd say she's very good there because a lot of her skills have great AoE damage. Her pack to pack is pretty quick as well, but it can be annoying at times to wait for all the mobs to form up and you'll be standing there S blocking until you can start your rotation. My current main class at the moment is Dark Knight, so when I'm waiting for mobs, I'll wait and block to avoid getting hit, but with Corsair that isn't the case. I found myself using Jetstream while waited. She has decent HP regeneration, but I wouldn't rely mostly on the skills, instead use elixirs to regen on hit. Without elixirs, I do find myself chugging through HP pot like crazy. You do not have to worry about her mana sustain as it's actually really good. I only use maybe 30 mana pots an hour. When it comes to PvP, she's a very strong 1v1 class as she has her unique block stretch skill and long iframe super armor rotations. She's pretty slippery and can get in and out of a fight very quickly. She's pretty balanced when it comes to fighting other classes. It could be difficult at first when you're trying to CC someone because some of her CC skills are unprotected, but with Wave Pout for example, though unprotected, you can quickly weave it in for a quick flow. In group PvP will depend on how you built your Corsair. If you build DR, you will be too squishy to be in the ball, you'll be skirmishing and picking off other stragglers from the ball. But if you build hybrid evasion, you may be able to finesse yourself some kills and get in and out of the fight without worrying about getting deleted instantly. Awakening has been out for a couple of weeks and people are starting to settle into Awakening. I will be honest, not a lot of people enjoy playing Awakening, and I think it's because of some of the long animation times and being stuck in the animation. It's still taking me quite some time to get used to her long animation times. Playing Awakening does require having more skill points to fully utilize her kit. I say this because you still want to be able to use her pre-awakening skills. You are better off building her glass cannon for AP Monkey, the straight DR build. Don't let me stop you from trying out hybrid evasion. I just don't think it makes sense because she'll be within the medium long range and close range when necessary. Corsair based evasion is still pretty strong, so you can still get away with building DR. Awakening on controller has high APM as you will be casting a lot of skills in quick succession on controller and requires more brain power because you have a lot more skills to think about. It will take you some time to get fully comfortable with Awakening as it has a bit of a skill ceiling. She still has the same mobility as Succession, just the pre-awakening damage is toned down of course, but I don't think you should ignore them as they still do good damage at high AP levels. The same with Succession, I've only really grinded at Stars End with Awakening. My DP isn't high enough to go to Sakurai yet. I feel that I was reaching higher numbers with Awakening, but maybe I could reach those numbers the same on Succession if I put in more effort. I honestly think Succession and Awakening when it comes to PvE are really equal. It's personal preference at this point really. Her Awakening skills do a lot of damage and quick. As soon as I blew up the crystal, it was a quick wipe with my rotation that I currently use. I still feel like I was just as mobile as Succession. Her health sustain is the same as Succession as well. I would either have HP add-ons or use elixirs, whichever you prefer. I'm pretty bold when I play Corsair, so I only rely on health pots because I have a lot of weight to hold them. But she's still a health pot chugger and her mana sustain is really good. Her mob pull is pretty strong too because you can use range abilities to pull mobs in, but you still have to be waiting in S-block or use mermaid skills until all the mobs form up. When you become a skilled Awakening Corsair player, you don't have to wait for the mobs to form up. You can start the rotation immediately as soon as you understand the consistency of your rotation. And what I mean by that is being able to use filler skills until you are ready to use your next rotation of skills. Basically knowing which skill to use next at any given moment at all times. And now for Awakening PvP. I still need more time personally because I have been focusing more on games and PvE, but I would just give you a general idea of what to expect. At this point I haven't figured out how to make fighting in 1v1 more comfortable for myself. If I'm fighting against classes that can close gap quickly, for example Lan, Mystic, and Warriors would tend to abuse my long cast times. They force me to cancel most skills to dodge their damage. I find myself having more success against classes that don't have a grab, but classes with a grab will definitely abuse me. Majority of the time grab classes will wait for me to use my mermaid skills and simply grab me out of them and kill me there. When using mermaid skills we do get a 50% resistance to grapple, but I still feel that we get grabbed the same amount of times that any other class can get grabbed. I don't think her 1v1 is her strongest suit, but I do think that there will be players that will figure her out and will be strong in 1v1 situations. Her group PvP however is very strong. When you're able to cast all Awakening skills safely from the backline, you end up doing a lot of damage for free. I don't expect Corsair to top frag in Node War, but I certainly think it's possible. With the Sage meta, majority of them will end up picking off all the kills after you do all your damage to your opponent. Let's be real, we all know as soon as the Sage raised both of his hands up, he's taking all the kills right there. You are also going to be competing with Succession Rangers for kills. Regardless, Awakening Ranger is strong group PvP class. She's still slippery and mobile, and when you get used to her cast time, you'll be a threat to any guild in Node Wars, GVGs, and RBF. And that's going to be it for the video today guys, so let me know, are you guys going to be playing Succession or are you guys going to be playing Awakening? And if you already are playing Corsair, do you enjoy playing Awakening or Succession? I know I can be inconsistent when it comes to making videos, but I always love being able to help others enjoy the game. I don't want to ramble, so I'm going to just catch you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.